me to start the fall videos. I've been waiting. The only thing I've done so far has been a YouTube short about fall facts, but that's it, right? Yeah, I've been waiting. So today I am going to do a fall decor sort of show and tell, but we are going to make it like over explaining my fall decor. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things pulled for you, and it wasn't until I pulled them all together that I realized they are all pumpkins, all of them. I guess I didn't realize it. I thought I had more things, but you know what? They're all pumpkins, but they are all completely different and unique in their own way, and we're just going to explain the differences of all of them. If you've been following me for, I guess, at least a year or so, you know that fall is like my favorite time of year. Just the fashion, the decor, the coziness, I don't know, it makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. I love it, so I'm very excited for this. I'm gonna lower the gain on my microphone a little bit because someone just decided to start leaf blowing. It's fine. I want to get this video done before I go to work, so we're just going to try our best, okay? So I'm gonna start with this one. Now, this is the only pumpkin I have. Ignore that. This is the only pumpkin I have that is made out of wood. That is just a tag that I couldn't fully get off, so this sits on my bookshelf and that just sits in the back. And you can't tell. This is what you see. So essentially, if you look from the top, these are 2 slats of wood that were combined together at the center. They added a little stem here that has been painted brown, and the actual pattern on the pancake, on the pumpkin, is this plaid pattern, which also definitely screams fall. The colors I see are like a burnt orange, a regular orange, a light orange, almost yellow, and then a like burgundy brown color to make that plaid pattern. And now on the top we have this ribbon, but it's made out of straw or wicker material, and they tied it into a really nice bow on the top. I'm going to try to remember where everything is from, but starting off strong, I'm not sure I remember where this one is from, but that's okay. All of this I did not buy this year. Only one item is new, and I didn't even buy it, but we'll get to that. So I may not remember where everything is from because I've had it for at least a year or 2. I feel like 2 years ago I really started honing in on like decor for different seasons and having my own collection of holiday decor that you pull out every year. So that is my wooden pumpkin, my little 3-dimensional wooden pumpkin. So that sits on my shelves in my living room. You might be familiar. Now this one I feel bad because this one I just pulled away from Luna right before I started filming. She is right there. So Luna, at this time of day, she lays right there and takes a little nap. And this is the pillow that sits on my bed. It is quite loud outside. Wow, I do apologize. This is a pillow that sits on my bed. It is not really a pillow per se, although you could use it as one, but it's more of just like a plush pumpkin that sits there for decoration purposes. And one of my favorite things is I forget what I have year to year. So when I pull it out, it's like, it almost feels like it's new. Like when I pull it out of the closet, I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that. So this is from CVS, believe it or not. I do remember buying this about 2 years ago, and I do love it very much. So the body of the pumpkin is more of like a crocheted material, and then there's brown not yarn, it's actual twine. I can feel it. And those are acting as like, I guess, the veins of the pumpkin all the way around to give it that shape. And then there is this stem that's made out of, I guess, yarn. I'm really bad with explaining textures of like fabrics and just like what kind of fabric is what. I've never been very good at that, but I love this, and as you can clearly tell, it matches the color scheme of my bedroom, which is basically no color. So yeah, I pulled this right out of Luna's like back. Her back was leaning on it, and I was like, I'm really sorry, I need this. So do you guys remember the day when, or the days when it was really hard for me to get through an ASMR video because Luna just wanted to be in my business and was very vocal, and now she doesn't care. She doesn't care about me anymore. Anyway, this I got 2 years ago from Home Goods. I think the tag might be on there still. It was only $12.99. That's why I love Home Goods, because their stuff is so affordable. So this is a glass blown pumpkin. I love watching like glass blowing videos online. I think they're so mesmerizing and oddly satisfying, and also kind of scary because you can just see how hot everything is. But it's got all these different colors. It's got light oranges, dark oranges, yellows, black in there even, just for some dimension, and even some like light red, I would say. And then this stem I think is gorgeous. It swoops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times with a little tail on the side. And so this sits on my dining room table right in the middle, and I think I will have this for a very long time. I think something about like the holiday season and the nostalgia that comes with it is like all the decor that you had in your household growing up that you can like still remember even into your adulthood years. And I feel like this is going to be one of those for me, and you would never guess that it was like $13. I think it's gorgeous. I think even if it doesn't sit in the middle of a dining room table, on a shelf or something, I feel like on camera it looks very small, but it's, I mean, it's like the size of my head, maybe a little smaller. It's pretty big. So, and if you look really closely, I don't think you can see it on camera, but it's kind of see-through. Like I can see through the glass, and it's completely hollow on the inside. So, if you couldn't tell, this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, honestly, piece of fall decor I have. Now, keep in mind, I don't have a house, right? I have a 750 square foot apartment that I just live in with my cat, okay? So I don't have like a crazy amount of decorations because I don't have that big of a space. Just you wait until I make fall decoration videos in my first home. I'm speaking it into existence. Then we can really talk. Let's talk about this one. Now, you may remember I recently unboxed these in my FabFitFun video like a month ago or so. It is a little, there's 2 of them. I only brought 1 of them, but they're salt and pepper shakers. I never remember if 3 is pepper or salt, and then the other one has 2 holes. I can never remember which is which, but it's empty. I don't actually use them. It's just for decoration purposes. And it's just white, and you know, it's funny, I thought it was ceramic, but I don't think it is. That's where you fill it on the bottom, because as I was gathering all this stuff just now for this video, I dropped this, and I, like, you know, when your heart stops, I was like, oh, that's gonna break, and it bounced. So don't know what that means that it's made out of, but it's not ceramic, or maybe it is, but I don't know. But I'm so happy it didn't break. So these as well. So the pumpkin sits, and then these sit on either side of the pumpkin. So I think that these are adorable, and they're so tiny, so you definitely could use them. I feel like most people would not. I feel like emptying and refilling salt and pepper shakers for every holiday is just too much work for me personally, because I have Christmas gnomes that are salt and pepper shakers that I put out for December and half of January, so that's too much work. But you can see it's got a little white stem here, and then all the veins or crevices of the pumpkin, and then 3 holes, and then that's where you fill it, and that is where I dropped it. And it left a little scuff mark, but that's okay. So this is completely empty right now, which means it gives more of a hollow noise. But I think that they're so adorable. And speaking of adorable small pumpkins, this one's even smaller. I bought a pack of, I think, 12 of these, or 10 or 12 on Amazon for like a couple dollars last year, because I should have bought the whole thing, but I didn't. I have a clear vase right here on my dresser that is filled with 12 of these. These are the 2 colors, so half of these are this bright orange color, and then this dark orange, reddish orange color. And I just threw them all in this clear glass vase, and they just sit there on my dresser. And I think that they're so cool. As you can hear, they are more of a felt material, which I think feels so cool. And there is a little brown plastic stem, which this one looks like it's falling off, but again, these were like $2. You can't tell once they're in the vase, but this little plastic brown stem, and I love them. I think that they're so cute. And those were, I completely forgot I bought those last year. I'm putting them back in the vase. I completely forgot I had those last year, and I pulled them out this year. These are the last things that I pulled out, and I was like, oh yeah, I was so excited. So I have one more pumpkin to show you, and this one's cool. Oh, I didn't tell you where everything was from. I said this was CVS. The little ones were Amazon. Oh yeah, I did. This is FabFitFun, and then the big one is Home Goods. Okay, I did tell you. Never mind. This one, I want to say this one is Home Goods too, but I don't fully remember. But I think this one looks so cool. It's got this like windy stem on it. It is also a felt material. You don't hear that? And inside, I'm gonna try to make the noise. It's like almost like a beanie bag type of thing. Does that sound good? I feel like that could be a good ASMR sound. I'm not too knowledgeable about ASMR sounds, we know this, but tell me if you loved it or hated it. But I just think this one looks so cool, and the selection of these, I remember they were all a little bit different. Like every stem was a little bit different. They all weren't identical, which I really like. It makes it feel more like one of a kind, more unique. So I don't know, this one almost looks like spooky, because I don't decorate my apartment with spooky stuff, but I don't know, it just looks a little more, do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know, but I like it. And I like the burnt orange, because these both sit on my shelves. That dang tag. Both sit on my shelves, but I like that they are different colors and they sit on different shelves, and I think it just makes it a little different, a lot more unique. So yeah, this is the last pumpkin. Again, I'm gonna say it was Home Goods. I could be wrong, but also where else would I get it from? So I think I'm gonna go to Home Goods maybe next week. I'm trying to get into the mentality of like, just because it's a new year does not mean you need new decor. Clearly I have enough, but I kind of want to window shop designs that I had to show you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for thank you so much for watching, and happy fall to all who celebrate. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in